Hey guys, so I thought I would do a updated cage tour video for this month. So we're going to start off with Humbug's cage. So you may notice she doesn't have tubes on the top of her cage anymore, and that is because she kept peeing and sleeping and storing food in her tubes. So my stepdad kindly made some stoppers for the tubes because I didn't have any in the house. So what we've done is we've just got an old CD case and just cut a round circle of plastic, just so that Humbug can't push her way through these. So if she tries to push her way through, the plastic piece won't move. So we've put them in there to stop her from getting through them holes in the cage. So Humbug's cage has changed quite a bit. So she now has a large hammock on this side of her cage. She then has her Savic rolly wheel back there, and then she has a fiddlesticks bridge, a seagrass ball, her food bowl, a hyacinth tunnel, a brush and chew from Pets at Home which kind of snapped, a kiwi stick, shredder log tube, Humbug back there in the corner, her sand bath. Then she has a Sputnik just up here. On the shelf she has her little hut, and then she just has a little rattler toy back there. So what I've done in the cages is I have scattered some bedding for them just so that they can make their own nest, so it gives them something to do. But Humbug still chose to sleep in that corner back there because it is still really quite warm. Hello! She's like, leave me alone, I want to go back to sleep. So that's Humbug's cage tour, and now for Coco's cage tour. So Coco's cage has changed around a little bit as well. So Coco has her hammock still up here, but I've kind of moved it backwards a little bit. Then she has a hanging bridge toy just above there, so that if she falls she will land on the hammock. She has her Savic rolly wheel just there, a bulrush ball, a fiddlesticks bridge, her Pickles cottage house, a sand bath. Then she has an ankle tuft tube just underneath there. She has her food bowl just here, her water bottle is now over here, and I have moved the shelf up just because I didn't like it when it was so low down. So I've moved the shelf upwards just so that it gives her sort of a little bit more space to climb up if she wants to, because of under the shelf I did feel that she wasn't able to do this. So she can now sort of like climb up and look through the bars under the shelf if she wants to. So on the shelf she has a hyacinth tunnel which she is demonstrating for us. She has a rattler chew toy, a kiwi stick, and then she just has a brush and chew from Pets at Home, which doesn't really show up very well because of the flash on the camera, so sorry about that. Hi Coco. She's really quite big now. So that is Coco's cage tour. Now moving on to Ziggy's cage. So as you can see, there have been some changes in Ziggy's cage. So I've had to take the metal barred section out because Ziggy was chewing the bars really badly and he's got sores near his mouth where he's been chewing the bars. So I've taken the bars off just to stop him from hurting himself anymore. So because of that, I can now use the front water bottle holder. So because I don't have like a proper holder for it, I've just made my own using some suction things, I'm not too sure what they're called, some paper clips and just a wire from the water bottle just so that it holds it in place. So there's little Ziggy. So on his door he's got a nice girly coloured hammock. Basically I didn't have any boy coloured hammocks because of the other dwarfs have got them. So he's got a nice pink hammock for the moment, which I'm sure he loves. What have you been doing in your cage? So over there he has his food bowl. It's not actually a bowl, it's the bottom of the Savic potty, but I've never used it as a potty and it just makes a great food bowl for him. So he has that. He has a cuddle sack just there and his nice manly house just there. Then over on the other side of the cage he has his wheel, which he uses, but he very rarely uses it when I'm around. Like, I can hear him at night sometimes, but he doesn't use it when people are in the room, which I find kind of weird. He has his sandbath down there, which he's already thrown his bedding in. He has a classic seesaw, which just runs underneath the shelf. He has a log tunnel thing, I'm not too sure what they're called. Then under the shelf he has a tube from Wilkinson's, his green toy thing, I have no idea what it's called, but he loves it anyway. It's just like plastic with holes in. Then on the shelf he has a little chew toy, and then he has a brush and chew from Pets at Home. So that is Ziggy's cage for the next few weeks. Hopefully he will get his bars back at some point, but I want to try and find something to cover him with, so I'm thinking maybe some willow edging or something like that, just to cover the bars so he can't chew them and make his sores on his mouth any worse. So that is Ziggy's cage tour, and now I'm going to do a cage tour of Snowball's cage. So in Snowball's cage he has a hammock on the door just here. Then on the shelf he's got a food bowl, a Fairplast cheese chew, there's nothing really left of it, he absolutely loves that. A brush and chew from Pets at Home, his house just here. He has his wheel attached to the shelf, sand bath, and then he has his little coconut hut just there. And then underneath the shelf he has his tube with holes in, and then he has a Wilkinson's tube just there, and then he has his little red cuddle sack underneath the shelf, which I think Snowball's actually sleeping under at the minute. So that is Snowball's cage tour. It is a real simple setup, but he really likes it that way. He doesn't like his cage being too full of toys. So yeah, that is a tour of Snowball's cage, and now I'm going to give you a tour of Munchkin's cage. So Munchkin also has a really simple setup because I am still taming her. So on the door she has a nice girly pink and white polka dot hammock. She has her wheel just here on a stand. She has a sandbath, a plant pot which she really likes to hide in, a Wilkinson's tube just here. It was one of those green and orange ones, but the paper got ripped off. She has a food bowl, a brush and chew from Pets at Home, which has like a really big hole in there. I think it got wet or something like that. She has a kiwi stick, which she's nibbled all the bark stuff off. She has a house just here, and then underneath the shelf she has this pink, I think it's called a cheese house. Basically this used to be Elmo's favourite toy, and I've given it to Munchkin because she is the only girl dwarf, so I'm hoping she'll really like that. And then over this side underneath the shelf she just has her little cuddle sack just there. So that is a tour of Munchkin's cage, and last of all I'm going to give you a quick tour of Blizzard's cage. So Blizzard's cage is set up exactly the same way as his brother's. So Blizzard's in his sandbath just having a bit of a scratch. So on his door he has a hammock which is exactly the same material as Snowball's, except from Blizzard's kind of has like a little pocket on the front and back. So on his shelf he has his food bowl, Fairplast cheese chew which he hasn't really chewed much of, his brush and chew from Pets at Home. I should really change Munchkin's and Blizzard's chews around because their Munchkin can have a girly colour and Blizzard can have a boy colour. Never mind. He has his house just here, his wheel attached to the stand. We have Blizzard and his sandbath just there which he's thrown all his bedding in. His coconut hut just there. Then underneath the shelf, just like his brother, he has a wood log with holes in and a tube from Wilkinson's. And then over here in the corner he has his cuddle sack. So yeah, that is how all the cages are set up for the next couple of weeks. So if you have any questions, then please feel free to comment, and as always I will try my best to answer any questions which you may have. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Bye!